So let's get straight to the point. Last May, you guys opened one of the coolest store in Montreal.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Getting like on how it went down.
You wanna go?
How it went down?
Yeah.
You wanna? You got this, man. You got this.
So, if we try to start it from the start, it started all in January. January we wanted to expand.
My bad, just a little pause. Yo, it's recording?
Yes, sir.
All right, bet.
Okay.
Keep it going. Just
Perfect.
gotta make sure.
Yeah. So we found this spot in January, and in mind we wanted to open around February, March-ish.
Yeah.
Then all of this COVID situation came along, so it gave us more time to know what we wanted for the store. So we did a bit of like research, grab what we wanted to do, the aesthetic that we wanted to put out, and that also allowed us to do our own homework on what we wanted to bring to the store. So that gave us a lot of opportunities to, take our time to do this. And the week where the government finally let us open, we opened gracefully in end of May.
Yeah. If I believe it's 26. If I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how did it went down for like the clientele? Like, cause the first time I saw the store, I was just going on mont-royal, and it's fucking perfect. The big ass window and just Michael Jordan was at the window and just attracts the eye. Like, yo, what is this? You see the sneakers over there. It's like,
yeah. We even with the Nike sign. I mean, like that's our how we say it. Our big main attraction is the big
exactly.
Nike neon, you know what I mean? Mostly the bar is right beside, so when people are chilling,
But I was at Entrepôt, and I was just getting like, oh, I gotta like take out some money, so I got the bank. And I'm just like, from across the street, I see the Nike neon, and I'm like, yo, what is this? So I go back. I tell my ex like, yo, can we go like real quick, like see what's up?
Yeah.
And
No, for
That's
sure,
dope,
for
man.
sure. I mean, how did it work for the clientele when we started opening? For sure, we had a following for sure. So like we had some ride or dies for sure that wanted us to open and came and support us as well. When the store opened, we had a lineup as well. So it was really cool to see how people were supporting us from the beginning, from the get-go, and to this day when we open our flagship store, like they're still supporting us to this day. And like Montreal is such a small city, so word of mouth, I feel like that's how clientele works, like, oh man, these guys are they're doing their thing here, man. They're selling sneakers, vintage wear, man, like check them out. So I feel like a lot of our clientele is based off word of mouth, but also like the energy we put in, and like
I was gonna get with the energy because that's another thing.
Yeah, for sure. Like most definitely, like the energy, the way we interact with people, man. Like it's just the vibes that we give out. There's nothing like this in Montreal that we really put out or really out there. Like with the vintage, the praise the Michael Jordan.
Yo, because this store is you get in there and it's like, oh, these guys trying to make money. No, this is culture.
This is culture. That's
This
what it
is culture. You get in here, you sense the '90s energy.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir. Yes,
like-
sir.
That's what we try to pull out. Like I always say this to my clients is that when you walk in and you see a dope tee, the story always comes first, man. The story, like that's why we love vintage so much, is that the depth of like every single piece will always have a conversation based on it, So then I always say that if I teach you about this shirt and I tell you about it, and if the shirt is nice, then that's just a bonus. You know what I mean?
It.
And that's what I love about vintage, man. Anything goes, to the fade, to the colors, to the story, to the fabrication, to where it's from.
Same thing for like how people like anime shirts, to like Tupac shirts if you're into hip hop, if you like the Grateful Dead, like to Nike shirts, like Nike heads, like everybody has a certain like soft spot for what kind of vintage they like, so it's very there's a big variety in vintage. So I think like that's also one of like a good point for like clientele. So there's just like a lot of people just like a lot of different things, and I feel like our stock here is just based off a little bit of everything, from the 90s to vintage.
But exactly, and you get there and you feel the energy of the employees, and that's like what stuck with me the most. And I really wanted to do a podcast with you guys, not because, bro, there's no store like THEOS. I had a conversation with Mike. One of like, I think it was like the fourth time I came, and it was like right before it closed, right? And we talked about Nas and Jay-Z for like a whole 30 minutes. A whole 30 minutes. We just talked about Jay-Z and Nas. Like,
I remember we even talked about how they call that, like dead presidents to
I'm up for dead presidents to represent me.
Yeah. And like Nas telling my favorite rapper Nas, man, and everything.
Yo, you showed me the.